people, most welcome to this grand year of 2021, the age of the eye, the age of the shaker, the age of great evolution that we will witness throughout this year, depending on your capacity to load your true powers and authenticity. Looking back in 2020, I couldn't possibly bring out a video the past 2 weeks, I guess. It just wouldn't work. I didn't even try because I was finishing off something, a great book to gift you with, which is actually a 7-year cycle I moved through with true conversations via social media. So private messages are going to be published, and it's going to be termed Between the Moon and the Sun, which is actually the biggest transitions we will witness with this new moon in Capricorn, and Capricorn seeing it as the great stabilizer. They stabilize, but they go into really big detail, which Capricorns are known for, and they're never in a hurry or a rush. Otherwise, I would have gotten my book out 7 years ago. But also there is great understanding to worship and be grateful for divine timing and understanding it. So I'll talk a bit about how that came into creation a bit later. So let's just stick to 2021 and why I'm coming out here not 2 weeks earlier, but right now with the biggest transition with the new moon. That actually means that we are going to take a lot of responsibility, as last year was just about revealing your essence, your truth, your capabilities, the rumbling walk that would shake you up to get into a new level of maturity and grounding your purity and letting the world know. And that is where we are at, because the Aquarian age will not hold back. So January until February will shake it, and we have all, without exemption, without exception, great opportunities here, especially to set greater intentions for the whole year, because the new moon is in Capricorn. So that means you can detail out from January until December 21 what you really would like to ground. Is if you calculate the numbers, 2 plus 2 plus 1 creates a pentagram, white 5. So that is the old magician's way to create with, and knowing how to apply tools with greater intentions and manifestation is what it is all about. So taking responsibility is one thing, but making the best choices for yourself is even better. And so outlining these choices and knowing what you want, because that is the age of Aquarius, they're gonna shake what you need to know in order to know what you want to achieve, to create, what you want to be, what your essence, your I am presentation, and these energy fields we present to the world. It's the transition is with the world, truly. It is how we put our sword, the sword of truth, which became actually a beam of purified light in this universe. How we pull our beams of light through, like we can see through the northern lights. They're shaking it up, and that is the exactitude that will come true. So that is meeting the intentions. The sun everything between the sun and the moon. That's the title of my book, actually. And that, coupling that with the Aquarian age, so the green way, that is new intentions, new inventions, creations you never thought about, and you know, the sudden surprises, because if you get it in your head, you can get it into manifestation. That is the way it happens. So and the great grounder in this equation is actually your alignment to the Venusian energies, Venus and Andromeda especially, and how that axis position can align through you is even greater. And all of that, to my surprise, has got to do with the eye in the sky, the eye of the divine, and your alignment to start to see clearly. And so it gets even more interesting, because if we have the sun in this full moon and we have the moon equations turning around, that is the biggest feeling through Venus, coupling that with the knowledge to the Aquarian age evolution, Aquarius energies, then you actually have everything to open up the eye of the divine, which again is going not only to resurrect this earth plane into the higher vibrations, and if the earth plane needs to do that in order to purify the ecology, the malfunctioning in biology, the manipulations, frustrations, every dense equation actually we lived for many, many lifetimes, well, then it's easy to see that the purification of the planets through the universal alignments gets into the eye of the divine, meaning that also the sacred places that have been densified over time as well will start to purify and give you the opportunity to open up your vision, visionaries, Aries, the Aries vibration in the heart, because Aries is moving direct anyway they want to, and so it's not only anymore about light body alignment, but the training that comes with it, and that is so beautiful, so individual, so majestic. I can't hardly express it, because you know, for the past 15 years I've been talking about the alignments, your foundation and the crystal grids through which you get your communication, to which you can align to the cosmological forces and sources and telepathic waves, radio waves, name it, to open up the old powers. And so visionary means I experienced it myself for the past week, to my biggest surprise, because in the former years, or actually in 2020, let's take it from there, I didn't really want to move in to the explanation of sacred geometry, because it didn't make sense if people cannot even align to a spiritual body and their light essence and explain how light settles in the body and how you can actually expand it and diffuse densities with your own energy fields. So that was quite a learning zone. And when that learning zone is learned, and you upgrade and you upgrade and you learn more and you get more passionate actually, then it was incredible what I started to see. So if this full moon with the granite ray in Capricorn, with the pink and fuchsia ray in Venus, with the green ray in Aquarius, you bring the configurations through, you align the eye of the divine, which is not only the pineal, but the pineal connected to many glands in your brain, and reconnect that to the heart of all visions, then it makes sense that sacred places are going to be opened up again, and that is a straight and real connection to the universe, actually. So my first vision here is moving the house of light, still termed Shambhala, in all your energy centers. Moving on from that is actually the call of the mountains, the call of the purified land, and that starts opening the equation from dualism in trinary systems. So no more 0-1, but 0-1-2. And that equation, what I got here for those who want to work with it or align, that is actually starting out in the Yellow Mountains in China, all the way into Mount Kailash in Tibet, and into the mountains of the Gobi Desert. Are there mountains in the Gobi Desert? My question to you. So there is so much that will be shaken from that new moon in order to really ground and set yourself into a new life path, because justice and freedom can only come true when peace is truly aligned 24/7 in the body, when nothing shakes you up anymore, when you leave the news for what it is, you know what is nonsense, you can decipher what is truth, what is not, is it just an alignment, and then you can move into the streams of liberation. So riding the wave into the age of the eye, which is actually, the Aquarian age. It's what I get right now, so I cannot turn it around any other way. It's what I get. So looking at what you do on an everyday level, that is what will matter. And that is so, so beautiful and important, because Saturn in Aquarius, that is really shaking your finances and breathing fresh air in to new rapid growth, if you will. And so outlining your entire life for this incoming year is going to be set from this new moon on. It's going to be shaken for the spring equinox, of course, because many things will come around from December 21 until March. So that is really getting the ultimate manifestations, as also the vibration of the Hercules embodiment, the Mars vibe, the red way, is lifting up your heart with the soft and grounded Venusian energies, the pink way. So then you get something through that is incredibly beautiful. And so new opportunities will come through to intuition and needing to act upon it immediately, because 2021 is really going to shake and shake the individual. Globally, I wouldn't care too much. Just be egotistical this time in a good way for yourself, and think the bigger picture worldwide. Where would you like to live? Could you relocate? Would that be better for you, your family? What is it that you truly wish? Because many people are starting out new studies, are starting out smaller things, bigger things, doesn't matter. But connections, this is the greatest time to make new connections and bring that energy through social media, through phone calls, through your email, but communicate, communicate, communicate. Besides, it truly is the age of communication, and reason why I'm bringing out my newest book, Between the Sun and the Moon, a true social media story about ascension, about what it takes, about how to get there, and everything that has been hidden for so many ages. So we'll talk about it in my next video. Just to give you an idea with this new settings in this new moon and setting your intentions, that is going to reveal, that is just for you to remember, sacred geometry, sacred places. So Spirit is guiding me into explaining sacred geometry, yes, to crystals as through my own visions. As this time around, I was talking about so much about crystalline grids, but in the end, they form geometrical patterns that recalculate the brain and bring the shifts through. So I had a beautiful geometrical pattern with nothing but lavender diamonds and a red ray dodecahedron right in the middle of my brain that started pulsating with the eternal spiral, showing me how these sacred places were going to upload the new energies, and thus the airplane has no choice but to become sacred as well, but to eliminate falseness and manipulation and become truth. Because if truth is being grounded from the universal level on, and the planet needs to match that, it needs that purified state with its people, ecology, and animal kingdom. I hope you can align through that, put your heart out, and ask your source what you can do to uplift humanity and move in Unitarian vibrations. This is what I have for you. Thank you for being with me, sharing my channel, liking, subscribing, supporting, communicating, whatever. So take good care and just move with the flow that is going to go its way anyways. Okay, see you next week. Thank you.